Yes, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome back to this session of our live trading at Agmaj FX. I'm happy to be right here to be with you. I'm happy to be right here to be with you. My name is Ajina Kumoyiwa Adewale, a professional trader. We come up every week to share our live trading experience and share strategies. If you are joining me live, you're online, I would like you to quickly introduce yourself, your name, where you are coming from. Please kindly quickly introduce yourself, your name, and where you are coming from. If you are joining us live and you are live, you can quickly introduce yourself, your name, and where you are coming from so that we get to know each other and we take the market together. Your name and where you are coming from, where you are joining us from. Quickly do that. Quickly do that. Your name, where you are coming from. Quickly do that briefly, and then we'll look into the business of today. Good. Let's move straight. And prior to that, I hope you are hearing me clear. If you know you are not hearing me clear, please let me know. Just let me know. And if my audio, my video quality is not clear, please go to the settings on your YouTube and click on higher quality or change the resolution of your YouTube. Like, I don't like wasting too much of our time. In fact, most of the time I normally say 1 hour, but me and you know we don't even spend up to the 1 hour because we have other things we actually want to go and look out for today. For those of us that have been trading, please continue to trade. Don't give up. There's a lot of money in forex market, and we know that in a very short time, we shall be making billions from this forex market. Please, your name, where you are joining us from. If you can hear me loud and clear, let me know you can hear me loud and clear because I want to look into the charts and I want us to see if we can be out of the chart in the next maybe 40 minutes, and then God willing, if we can get an instant trade execution, we take it and we take our market and we take our profit for today. I hope you can hear me clear. Please, if you are hearing me loud and clear, say I'm hearing you loud and clear so that we move into the business of the day. Okay, Kiola Dele is still there. Okay, thank you for hanging on. Hmm. This man, you are still going to make a lot of money in the forex market. It's a matter of time. When I say a lot of money, I mean you are still going to make a real cool cash in this forex market. Forex is a business you don't give up. You don't just sit by and watch people trade. You jump into it, sharpen your strategy, and you make a lot of money. All right, without further ado, because I want us to be here by 20 minutes to 8. Let's see what the market has for us. I want to share my screen, and if you can see my screen, please let me know. I shared my screen now, and I want to believe we are seeing it. Please, if you can see my screen, I want you guys someone to say, I can see your screen. If you can see my screen, please, and make sure you say, I can see your screen. Share the link of this program to other people, let them partake of it. Hope we can see correct. Am I loud and clear? Please let me know if I'm loud and clear again before we start. Once we analyze 3-4 pair, we are out of it. I just pray we see one instant trade we can enter quickly and make a lot of money quickly. Even if you have $20, $30, $50, let's see whatever profit we can make, and then we move. All right, sticking to our strategy. If you wonder what strategy we use SMC, even though we modify our strategy once in a while just to make sure we take the best of the market. I love trading GBP USD. Thank you. I love trading GBP USD. I love trading GBP USD. And I'm sure very soon I love trading GBP USD as it is our custom. I've always told us to always look at the direction of the trade. Where is the market going? This is our daytime frame. We can see that the market is going nowhere, but what? The market is in an uptrend. We can just see clearly the market is in an uptrend, and we can, in fact, we can also see the last break of structure here. Last break of market, last break of structure. We can see the last break of structure here. This is the last break of structure. This is the last break of structure. We can see that the market is what? Market broke structure here. And where is our order block on the daytime frame? This is the order block. This is the order block that caused the break of structure. And looking at it well, we can also see that this point in this higher time frame, we can see that this point again is a long-term liquidity. This can serve as a long-term liquidity, but we are not looking at that now. We'll pend all this section. We are going to pend all this, but we can see that this is a kind of a long-term liquidity. Liquidity for what? It's a long-term liquidity for this particular order block. Just stick to your strategy. But like I said, we are not we are not considering, we are not daytime traders, so we are not looking at this because we are looking at the immediate trade. And looking at the immediate trade, we can see liquidity here again. We are looking at trades we can take immediately. We can see liquidity here at this point. We can see liquidity here, and this is our order block. This is our order block. And of course, we are also waiting for the market to come and break structure, meaning on the daytime frame, we are waiting for the market to come, tap into this and go higher. And why do we validate this order block? We can see that this is an order block here. We stick to our strategy. If the market respects it, we take a trade. If the market doesn't respect it, we leave it. We let it go. And if it's our trade is executed, the worst that can happen is it hits our stop loss, and that's all. So this is a nice setup for now. This is it. This is a trade up where this is a setup for now. But we need to go to the 4-hour time frame. This is a 4-hour time frame. This is what it looks like in the 4-hour time frame. You still see? And since that is what we look at in the 4-hour time frame, this is our order block. And inside this order block, we can also see a rejection block here, another area of confirmation. This is a rejection block here. That is a rejection block in our order block in the 4-hour time frame. That is a rejection block. A rejection block, yes, I'm coming. That's a rejection block in an order block. So we have another area of confluence to let us know that this trade is going to hold. And of course, we can also see a fair value gap here. We can see a fair value gap. We can see a fair value gap again. So on the 4-hour time frame, we can see that this setup will likely hold. Let's see what 2 hours is saying. We respect our strategy. This is 2 hours. Again, this is 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, yes. We can see our order block here. We can see this is now the order block in 2 hours. It is still holding in 2 hours. It is still holding. You can see that in 2 hours, this is now the new order block. In 2 hours, this is an order block now. And of course, in 2 hours, our fair value gap, fine. You can see our fair value gap. All this is our fair value gap. So this setup is old, we see old, it is top notch. And why are we even convinced that this setup we hold? We can see that at this point again, all what we just need to do, there hasn't been any recent break of structure here. There hasn't been any recent break of structure here. And looking at it well, from here, from this point in time, we can see that after this last break of structure at this point, after that break of structure, what did the market do? The market decided after this last break of structure, and if that was the last break of structure, this is actually the other block that caused the break of structure. This is the other block that caused the break of structure in 2 hours time frame. And after the market tapped into this, after the market tapped into this other block, it failed. It failed to break structure up. And what did the market do? The market came at this point to do what we call change of market structure. That is to tell us the market have started going down. That is a change of market structure, which we call change of character, and call it change of market structure on the 2-hour time frame. I do analysis on the 2-hour time frame. So market decides to do change of market character, and of course, we can see after it showed us that it has done change of market character, this that cause change of market character, or we can decide we want to pick this rejection block. You see, market tapped into our rejection block. You know what? Many people don't actually use rejection block. And anytime I spot a rejection block after another block, man, that means it's a very juicy setup. I don't joke with rejection block, especially if they lie very close. If they're actually very close to another block, from experience, they will really play out. This is another block. This is a rejection block. And why do I even change this rejection block? I'm actually taking this rejection block because I can see that there's a sweep of liquidity here again. As there's a sweep of internal liquidity, but remember, markets will always go from internal range liquidity to external range liquidity. After this After this internal range liquidity has been swept, we can see that the market came to this rejection block. And when it came to this rejection block, it tapped into a rejection block, and of course, the market came down. And the price is still finding it difficult to break below this. Now, after I tapped into this rejection block on a 2 hours time frame, what did the market do? Price now decided to respect this other block again. As we can see, market tapped into this other block and is actually reacting from this other block. This is an other block that the market will use to take the market down, and it's in this other block. So what is our expectation? We are expecting that the market will come and sweep this liquidity again. Market is coming to sweep this liquidity. Once market sweeps this liquidity, then we are done. Then it will expect market to sweep this other liquidity here again. As we can see, this is the major liquidity sweep we're expecting on the 2-hour time frame. So what is it? What are we saying? We expect that the market will come down, tap into other block, and move. As simple as that. But because we are intraday traders, we want our entry time frame to be on the 15 minutes time frame. Let's see what 1 hour is going to show us. Perhaps we can see an immediate trade. What is 1 hour showing us? Let's see what 1 hour is showing us. We can see on the 1 hour time frame that there's what we call new week opening gap has occurred here. And after this huge fair value gap here, we call it new week opening gap. If you can see this gap, this is a new week opening gap. And what happened? We can see that in this new week opening gap, let's check whether it has been from this point to this point. Aha. We can see here at this point that there is still gap here that the market intends to fill. That is why I am just so confident that what is happening is that price is trying to correct itself. Price is actually trying to correct itself, and this new week opening gap or new day opening gap that is here, market will try to correct itself, now further clear this first liquidity, clear this second liquidity, tap into another block, then it will move. Okay, That's what I'm saying that market is going to do. So we have seen further confirmation that there's a huge void that has been created through the new week opening gap or new day opening gap here. The market must adjust by correcting itself before it can tap into this other block. So I'm very, very much convinced that what we should do now is rather to wait. And of course, I know one single major news can cause the market can cause market to drop, tap this, and move straight upwards. But we are professional traders who take our entry point from the 15 minutes. Let's see what 15 minutes has to offer us. This is where this is what this is actually what we need. This is the entry point we need. But somebody can say, but can't we trade? Can't we take any trade now? Can't we take any short? Is there no way we can enter the market now? For me, for now, I just really think we should wait. Why do you think we should wait? Because I can see this build up of range, and I can see another build up of range. Market needs to overcome this, come out of this box. This is a range between this section and this section is a range, and it's not giving any direction. We do not want to be trapped. We do not want to be trapped. We do not want our money to be trapped. So what we are going to do is we are going to place a pending order, or we are going to set our alert. It's not going to be we are going to set our alert right here. We're just going to set our alert. So we expect that price will come, sweep this liquidity. But at the end of the day, what if price doesn't sweep liquidity? Price just decide to tap like this, move up, tap like this, move up. Well, price will sweep liquidity. But if we are going to take a trade from this trend line, we will see a strong rejection upwards, and we will see a clear change of character from the tip of this liquidity sweep. What am I saying? To avoid too much of grammar, what I would advise is that if you what you can just do now, in case, even if you want to sell, let's say you want to sell, well, let's say if someone say, what trade can I take now? Let's read the market structure just here. We can see that from here. We can see that from here. There was, in case there's any trade to take, let's see. We can see this break of structure here. This we're on a 15 minutes time frame. And after this break of structure, what happened? We can notice that market just came around this other block, tap into it, and it is going down. You see, market just tapped into this other block, and it is after market tapped into it, it's going down. And market created, for those that are asking me, what can I do? Can I enter? Market created another break of structure here. And where is other block the market is likely to react from? Since market tapped here. Now, after market tapped into this other block, where is the structure that created this market block? Or that created this other block? Well, we have two other blocks here. We have one here. We have one tiny other block here. Tiny but powerful to send the market back in. That's a tiny other block there. And we have another order block here. Another order block. That's the first order block. This is another order block. And I'm seeing a rejection block here too. I'm seeing a rejection block overlapping with that other block. So I would suggest at this point we bring out our Fibonacci tool. because if you are to sell, we are supposed to sell from the premium and not the discount. This is our Fibonacci tool. This is our Fibonacci tool, and we can see that this is 50%. The first order block is in the premium, second order block extreme premium, rejection block also in the extreme premium. We are seeing that this first order block lies is in between the golden zone, 50 point above the 50.8 to this 61.8%. Okay, so we can let's take it from there. So for those of us that are asking what can we do, since they want to take an immediate trade now, all what we need to do at this point is to wait for the market to tap into this, other block, because it's above our 50% Fibonacci level, which is already in the premium zone. Then we wait for it, then we sell. And when we sell, we are selling down to where? To this point. And I'm going to take this trade too. We are selling down to this point. And if we now wait for the market to break this for further trading. So in a nutshell, to cut our grammar short, we are going to take our coordinates. We are going to sell only if the market taps into this other block. Only if the market taps into that other block, we are going to sell GBP USD. Only, like I said, only if the market taps into that region. And I would like to put my stop loss above here, because in case it comes to also test, in case it comes to check, in case it comes to, respect this side, comes to test the rejection block. Okay, I'm going to take that. And I'm also going to set another trade here at this rejection block too. I'm also going to take another trade here. With very little risk, and I'll wait for the market to go through. Now, what is our coordinate, please? Our coordinate for this trade, JBP USD, calling coordinate right away. Our first coordinate is this, which is we expect GBP USD to, our entry point for GBP USD is 199.657. Calling the trade, calling the short, calling the entry points 119.657. If you're an aggressive trader, do that. You can enter that point. Else, you wait for confirmation entry before you enter. For aggressive traders, 119.657, sell position GBP USD. 119.657, sell position GBP USD. Our stop loss is 199. Coming. Okay. Our stop loss is 199947. But let the two of them be the same stop loss. I'm trying to see if two of them can even be the same stop loss. Okay, let's take our stop loss to be 199944. Stop loss 199944. Stop loss 199944. Stop loss 199.944. Entry points again, calling first trade 199.831. And our target profit at this point, I want them to be the same target profit also for now. Our target profit, here we go. Let's look at 198.915. 198.915. But for those that prefer trade to come to this rejection block that intercept with this other block for double confirmation, let us look at entry point GBP USD 199.831. Calling the signal again, 119.831. Entry point still 198.905, and our stop loss is 199 dot, let's see how stop loss. 199.944. That's it. That is on GBP USD. That's it on GBP USD. I will just click my, I think I'll prefer the second one. I think I'll really prefer the second one. But well, markets. Let me consider this too. Let me set my alert here. My alert is already here. My first alert is here, and I'm putting my second alert here. Let me just take that one first. My alert is on GBP USD, this entry point. All right, that's for GBP USD. You can take a screenshot, take a screenshot, take a screenshot, take a screenshot, take a screenshot. We go to New Zealand USD. Why did I put New Zealand JPY? I prefer New Zealand USD. But shortly before we do that, I think we should look at gold. What greetings do we have from the land of gold? Okay, JBP JPY. Someone is saying GBP JPY. Okay. Okay, GBP JPY. I'm coming. All right, all right. Sorry, what I've actually been, I get it. What I've been analyzing is JBP JPY. Fine. What I just analyzed is GBP JPY, not GBP USD. What I analyze is JPP JPY. Yeah, that guy is really following. I'm just all caught up with GBPs. What we just analyzed here is GBP JPY, GBP JPY. Thank you for the observation. Somebody said it's GBP USD, GBP JPY. So let's go to GBP USD itself. This is the coordinate for GBP JPY, and we expect that the market will what? Will tap here so that we take our trade, respect this other block or this other block. Else, but should the market drop suddenly, we expect it to retest this trend line and drop down massively. When I say massively, I mean massively. I mean massively, and come and test this other block. But for now, let us trade what we see now. Let us trade based on what we are seeing in the market for now. Let's trade what we are seeing in the market for now. I'm not going to enter this rejection block. I'm not going to enter this for now. Let's see GBP USD. What is GBP USD saying? Same buy. Always looking like they're nearly the same. Same buy. GBP USD proper. Let's see. GBP USD is also buy. Where is the last break of structure to the upside? This is the last break of structure for GBP USD buy. Yeah, this is the last break of structure. That is the last break of structure, and we can see clearly, despite the fact that it's the last break of structure, we can spot liquidity here again. And if we spot liquidity here, what that means is that this is an order block. But this is the daytime frame, so I don't really think we are going to, let's see if there's something we can do. And this is where the change of character comes in. Again, change of market structure. Yeah. This is a change of market structure. That is a change of market structure for GBP USD. That is a change of market structure for GBP USD, guys. And this is the other block that dropped, that caused that change in market structure. This is the other block. Market tapped into this other block to cause that. So it means GBP USD has temporarily for now shifted attention down because it intends to sweep liquidity and probably tap into this other block. And of course, look at all these liquidity voids line up here, huge fair value gap that the market must come and fill. Okay, look at all these huge fair value gap. Of course, market must come and fill all these stuffs. It must, but it needs to sweep liquidity. That's why we are really holding on to our setup. Now, all right. Um, since market has tapped into this other block, what happened next? We can see here clearly that there was another break in structure downwards. We have another break in structure to the downside. We have another break in structure to the downside. Another break of structure down. This is another break of structure down. And we can also see from here, we can see this tiny other block that looks as if the market is reacting from. This tiny other block, market is reacting from there. Market is reacting from there. All right, that's analysis we can go for on the daytime frame. We have seen a change of market structure or change of character here. And this is the other block that caused that. We see the market dropping. We see another break of structure dropping. We see this is the other block that caused break of structure. So we expect that what's going to happen here. Let's see 4-hour time frame. GBP USD. Of course, we know that the overall time frame. We know that the overall time frame is what? We know that the overall time frame is buy. But let's see. Okay, that's fine. In the 4-hour time frame, we can see that in the 4-hour time frame, this is the other block. We can see here that the 4-hour time frame, if this is the break of structure, market doesn't want to respect this. Coming. Let me assume this rejection block. Market is not taking this. Market is not taking this. Well, from what I can see here, since this has happened, break of structure down, market has shifted structure up again. Market has shifted structure up. Market has shifted structure up. Let's see clearly. We need to be sure what we are saying. Our market is coming to respect. So market has broken this structure up. And if market has broken this structure up, if market has broken this structure up, what is the next thing? It means market is coming now. So where is the immediate order block here? Is there another block? Any value order block here? It means market is coming at this point. We need to be careful with GBP US at this point. It's coming here. Wait, coming. This is the valid order block we are seeing here. Market just shifted structure up here on the 4-hour time frame, and we just have to notice that. And this other block, this has mitigated. So we are looking at this for now. We're looking at this for now. We are looking at market respecting this other block for now. We're looking at market respecting that other block for now. And it means we expect that price will come. I've learned to trade this other block, this, and move. Because that's the only value order block we are seeing here. That is the only value order block we are seeing here. We are looking at this fair value gap, which has not been filled. As you can see again, we have a little bit of space here. We still have space in this other block. Look at this space. Look at this space. You see our fair value gap there. So let's look at 2 hours time frame just to make sure we're on the same page. This is perfect. That's 2 hours time frame. Coming. Watch. I'm coming, guys. And yeah, good. We need to be very, very careful here. We need to trade what we are seeing. And this is liquidity here. This is liquidity here waiting for us. A very clear liquidity. That is liquidity here that the market intends to sweep. This is liquidity here on a 4-hour time frame. This is liquidity here on the 2 hours time frame, GBP USD. And this is, let's see, 1 hour. We are focusing on this GBP USD. GBP USD, it still stands. And because it stands, because that still stands in GBP, if this is liquidity, it means you are not considering, it means the whole of this, in fact, in the 1 hour time frame, it means this is another liquidity here. This is another liquidity here. This is another liquidity here that is waiting, another liquidity here again. And if that's another liquidity here, what is it that, where is the other block we should be looking at? It means at this point, we should be looking at this other block. We should be looking at this other block, or let's consider this rejection block. Why am I considering this rejection block? Because this rejection block is close to a tiny other block here. In fact, let us pick the two together. This tiny other block and this rejection block. Let's pick them together. Those are two areas of confluence. In the 1 hour time frame, let's jump to our 15 minutes time frame. Let's see what the market has to offer us quickly. Good, perfect. This is perfect. You can clearly see, as I said, that this one here, let's see. What do we do? How do we take this trade? Liquidity. This is another block, and we are suspecting this other block. This other block is not valid, and we are seeing something. We are seeing a tiny other block here. These are some of the trades that confuse you sometimes. Of course, this. Let me remove this. Coming. In short, wait. And if that is so, this is a clear order block. Let's pick this order block here, because we can see this fair value gap here. Okay, we can see this liquidity here. All right, so that would be my suggestion for now. GBP 50, this is GBP USD. We can see this other block, and we can see we are expecting market to do what? Even though it looks far, it kind of look far. That's just it. It kind of look far. If it plays out, I will wait here. Patience is one of the greatest strategy in trading. I will wait here, and if my trade plays out, I'm going to take this wonderful trade. If it doesn't plays out, fine, leave it. And it plays out, doesn't go in my direction, just take a little bit of stop loss, come back another day. And how many pips are we looking at if it plays out in this direction the way we want? Guys, this is, can you see? Can you see that? That is huge. That's 140 pips. 140 pips. Just one move, and we are done. I would like to take the last one for this segment. I shall be visiting the land of gold. Let us pay homage to the city of gold. What greetings do we have from the land of gold? We shall be paying homage to the city of gold. Let's see what gold has in stock for us today. What does gold has to offer us? Let's pay homage to the land of gold as I bring you greetings from the land of gold. Then we'll wrap it up. This is gold, my favorite city. I love mining money from this city. Wow, this is gold. Gold is just in an uptrend. Look at this massive pull to the upside. Look at this huge break of structure to the upside on the daytime frame. Believe me, gold is up to something right now, and we just have to find out. On the 4-hour time frame, we can see gold just broke structure here. I just told you gold is up to something, and we just have to find out. After gold broke structure, we can see another break of structure again. This is another break of structure, another wonderful move, another wonderful move from gold. Gold is trending. I just hope we get a position. Gold is trending. Gold is trending. Let's see if we can get a move. That is that on the 4-hour time frame. We can see that break of structure. We can see a little bit of consolidation, and we can see another block line here. This is one other block here on a 4-hour time frame, bringing you greetings from the land of gold. This will be our last pair for today. This is gold. 4-hour time frame we see, and we can see this can just be a build-up of liquidity. This can be a build-up of liquidity from gold. This can be a build-up of liquidity from gold, because gold is rallying up to the upside and is not ready to back down. Let's see, this is 4 hours. 4 hours, 4 hours. Should we call this another break of structure again? Because I wouldn't agree with this, because I'm not seeing a clear liquidity here. And of course, in the market, if you cannot spot liquidity, you will be a liquidity. So I'm not really trusting this other block. Let me remove it. Let's go to the 2 hours time frame. This is 2 hours time frame. This is 2 hours time frame. This is other block we are looking at. This is our liquidity here. So we expect market to come. And I wouldn't take this other block again. I wouldn't take this break of structure. I wouldn't take this break of structure because it's not it's a liquidity. Merely looking at it, it's a trap. 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 We are not going for that. Yes, we are not going for that trap. Let's see what gold is up to again. We can see our liquidity here gradually and clearly coming out. We can see this other block again. You can see this other block, fair value gap, liquidity sweep. Can we consider this in this time frame? Let us see. I doubt. I'm not really just okay with this. I'm not really okay with this, honestly. I'm not really okay with this. I'm not really okay with this. I'm not really okay with this. Let me leave it. I'm not really okay with this. I'm not really okay with this. I'm not seeing the liquidity clearly. Let's go to 15 minutes. 15 minutes. What do we have in 15 minutes? Yeah, it's more clear. I'm just seeing more. This is 15 minutes. And in 15 minutes, let's see what we have. This is a break of market structure. Yes, that's fine. If that is a break of market structure, this is a break of market structure. Yes, that's fine. And somebody saying what I'm saying. Somebody will be asking, what of this one here? Well, let's look well. We need to be very sure. We need to be very sure. What I would rather think we should do, we wouldn't take it from here. What I rather prefer we do is after this break of structure, we can see that at this point in time, there was a change in market structure here, meaning it's about to drop, which we call a change of character or change of market structure. Okay, we have seen that here. We have seen that there is a change of character there, meaning the market is about to come down, of course. And also in this region, we can see a breaker block here again. And we can also see that market has come to what? Test the breaker block. That is a breaker block. So we can see this breaker block overlapping with this breaker block. I can see this breaker block. I'm coming. Rather, I would rather sell gold if I want to counter trade. I can see this breaker block. I can see this breaker block here. In fact, this is what we call an ICTSMC. Uh, when there's a, in fact, this is a more better trade. When there's a breaker block overlapping with a fair value gap, and you see market just came to tap into it. So I know that market is trying to sell down to come. Market is trying to sell down, and of course, I will counter trend. I will counter sell now to this point. I'm seeing market trying to come down for now, and for now, briefly, I am going to sell because I just saw that market is presently about to sell down. If market sells down, so what we do is, should the market come down, clear this liquidity. Should the market come down, clear this liquidity point and come down, then we are selling down massively. Which liquidity point am I saying? I am saying this place as a liquidity point. If market can just sell down, tap from, because we know that the overall trend is either it wants to what? It wants to buy. And of course, we know that it will still buy from lower. So if you can clear this liquidity down, if market can clear this liquidity down, then from here I shall be selling. Anyway, once again, this is what I have to offer. This is what I can bring to your table today. We have looked at GBP JPY. We have looked at GBP JPY. We have looked at GBP JPY. And let's see what GBP JPY is saying. This is GBP JPY. This is GBP JPY. I said if the market goes into the other block or the rejection block, and as we can see, market is just going according to our prediction. It is about going to the other block or rejection block. We said we have a juicy trade coming up here. So watch out for this trade. Watch out for this trade. Should the market go into this other block, if you are a confirmation trader, please, you can look for a change of character down. You sell. Now that's for GBP. This for GBP Japanese yen. See what that's what market is saying. And this is for GBP USD. This is for GBP US. We expect a sweep of liquidity down where we can put enough dollars into our pocket. And of course, I brought you good tidings from the land of gold. We said gold is actually in an overall uptrend, but that we need it to sweep this liquidity so that we can come and buy here. But we also said if the market is going, if we are sure the market is going to come down, immediately takes off this liquidity. What are we going to do? We will sell down and we will buy up. And of course, should the market come here, where is our coordinate? This is our coordinate for this wonderful entry. Let's see. This will be our coordinate for this wonderful entry. Calling the coordinates for buy coordinates for gold. For gold, we look at 3541.396. 3541.396. Our entry, that's our stop loss. Our entry point will be 3557.339 for gold, 3557.339. And our target profit will be 333660.459. But I said in a short run, should market clear this liquidity for gold, retest it, we should look for a way to also sell from here. If it does according to our plan, ceteris paribus, all things being equal, if it moves according to this plan, else we will just wait for gold to hit our order block. For now, this is the best we can do for today, and for now this is the best we for today. And it's a pleasure taking you guys. It's a pleasure taking you guys. Join us every Tuesday, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. I'll be taking some trade on this. I'll be monitoring these coordinates and I'll be taking trade. Thank you very much. We hope to see you next time. And I hope I hope to see you guys pull out good money from the Forex market. Once again, I remain your humble Forex coach, Ajana Okumuyiwadewale, live and direct from Agmatch FX. Bye for now and see you guys next week.